Hi, Dale. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
Hi, Tessa. Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah.
It's an interesting subject to me.
Yeah. I mean, I loved this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. First question, and it's something I was going to ask, and I see it behind you. What's it like to be a toy? How cool is that?
Well, and it's unbelievable, really. It's unbelievable. It's great. I have nothing against it. I mean, I may look a little bit like Ed Asner there. I don't know. After a diet, well, he's passed, but it's not a glamorous action toy. I wouldn't say, but it's fun. It's fun. It's something I never imagined in my lifetime. In any, never thought of it. Never thought it would happen. So I think it's kind of fun.
It's very fun. So this, like, honestly, the Zap Patrol is like my favorite part of this movie. I think you guys are so much fun. So I'd love to know, how would you describe Darby?
Well, Darby is obviously very no nonsense. She's gruff. She's incredibly she has a lot of perseverance. She does not suffer fools gladly, or people who give up.
Yeah,
like Tyka.
I know he gives up
like his
constantly.
character, like his character.
Yes.
Yeah, like Mo's character.
Mhm.
She's very like, oh no, you're a quitter. I know a quitter when you say you're going to quit that, and you're a quitter. It's not that complicated. If we need to save something, well, then we need to kill the robots. It's like, she is just very, straightforward. What needs to be done, that this is what we have to do.
Do you think you're like her at all?
I think in the way that I am, I'm a little bit of a curmudgeon. Yeah, I can be easily annoyed by what I think is foolishness. My grandmother used to say, such foolishness. Like that. So yes, I think I am. What one thing I have in common, which I kind of like a lot, is that I'm a bit of a MacGyver, in the sense that I can make something out of something that was never meant to be that. So the fact that she can, in a story, in a fantasy world, make any three things into an explosive. But I remember, this must also be in my bloodline, because my mother, one time I was driving in the car with my mother, and I looked down, and there, between the bottom of the gas pedal and whatever that attaches to, she would know, I wouldn't, was a giant paper clip.
A paper clip?
Yeah, a big, really big, like industrial sized paper clip. And I said, Ma, you're holding the gas pedal to whatever it attaches to, the valve that opens, for the gas to go into the car with the paper clip. Works.
Whatever works, I guess. That's hilarious.
Or at one point, well, this is a MacGyver gone wrong. I was staying in a cabin in Big Sur, right, in the state park there at the time. They used to have little cabins, and a friend of mine and I had gone. We'd gone and gotten food. There was a little, even a kitchen, but I couldn't find any pan to make eggs in, and I found this dustpan, but it was brand new. Big metal dustpan. I thought, oh, perfect. So I put it over the flame, and I put a little butter in, and I broke the eggs on it. Well, naturally, the paint on that dustpan was not built to be heated like I did. So, well, there were no eggs that day. It was all filled with bubbly black eggs, and so things go wrong, but you take a chance.
Well, that's great, because that's kind of the message here a little bit in the movie. I think a little bit of it is, Buzz has this made this mistake, and he dwells on it so much that he has to change it. He has to fix it. He has to fix it.
Yes.
So would you agree? Yeah, that message is kind of just, move past it. You shouldn't dwell on it.
Absolutely. And I think that's a hard thing to understand, especially if you're a committed person, and you're serious and you want it to be the best it possibly can. And you've said, I will do it. You want to see that through. That's a point of pride. I certainly have it. And then knowing when it's no longer productive, it's no longer helping you, you have to now move on to whatever the reality is that's stopping you from going back and fixing that in the way you thought you should. It's a very tricky thing to know. How to do that, and it is complicated to learn those kinds of balancing, really a balancing act between doing what you said you would do and realizing that the circumstances are such that you just didn't know that you couldn't. Now you have to face the reality. And now what do you do in the face of that? Yeah, I think it's very true.
Yeah, I was very happy that my kids kind of took that lesson away from it too, because I think it's really important.
Yes, really important. I agree. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then speaking of my kids, oh yes, I was gonna say, speaking of my kids, the Zap Patrol is like their favorite too. And they keep telling me, like, we have Disney Plus. Why isn't there a Zap Patrol series? So if there was to be a series, I mean, would you join in? Would you play Darby again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially, look, my boss really appreciated me, which I suppose it's a little sappy and sentimental, but I don't think she's been very appreciated. I think that's a little part of why she's, all right, I'll do what I got to do. And, I know a fool when I see one, but I don't really expect anything coming. She's the one who knows, who tells Izzy, do your breathing in a very gruff way, but nevertheless, she's the one who tells her. And I think she's moved by Buzz's acceptance of her and appreciation of her talents. So yes, I will stick with him.
I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. You're incredible and phenomenal in this. Really, seriously, great job. And I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone sees Lightyear and it's available to take home now, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm with you there.
Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.